Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marco Shiley, and by the following. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. We begin tonight with an update on efforts to close San Diego's $118 million budget gap. Mayor Todd Gloria announced today a revision to the draft budget that restores some funding for neighborhood services. KPBS Public Matters reporter Jake Gatta tells us what the new proposal includes and what's still on the chopping block.
At the Park de la Cruz Recreation Center, Gloria announced a new draft budget that restores funding for some rec centers and libraries and for youth and violence prevention programs.
These restorations are being paid for by a slight improvement in tourism revenue, as well as new ongoing funding transfer from the city's Gulf Enterprise Fund. This has been made possible through updated legal advice confirming the city's authority to recover the equivalent of ground rent for public land used by our municipal golf courses.
But he said the revision does not restore funding for arts and culture, which is facing an 85% reduction. Gloria said the cuts are necessary to close the deficit and maintain funding for other priorities.
This May revise will maintain our focus on the fundamentals for San Diegans, keeping you safe, repairing our roads and other infrastructure, reducing homelessness, and building more homes that you can afford.
Councilmember Henry Foster III, who represents District 4, applauded the mayor's restoration of funding in his district.
First, I want to acknowledge several important restorations included in the mayor's May revise. These proposed restorations reflect the advocacy of residents, community leaders, and my council colleagues who spoke up about the importance of protecting neighborhood services.
But Foster also said he hoped the final budget would restore arts and culture funding and that there will be further discussions and opportunity for changes in the coming weeks. Gloria said the city is required to close the deficit, and they'll find a way to do it this year like they did last year.
My challenge to all involved is to make sure that we do it on a permanent basis, resolving the structural budget deficit so that we're not back here again next year talking about massive reductions to beloved neighborhood services.
The next budget hearing is scheduled for May 18th before final council deliberations on June 9th. Jake Gatta, KPBS News.
Some San Diego recreation centers will be saved under that latest budget proposal, but KPBS Penner fellow Emmy Burris spoke with families still worried about potential cuts in their neighborhoods.
Cadman Park is one rec center still considered for closure. It's where Lee MacArthur and his wife often walk with their grandchildren. He says rec centers do more than keep kids out of trouble.
Well, not only do they keep them safe, they somewhat predict their future, because if a kid's out here playing, he's not sitting in front of some video game. Instead, they're out here running around, playing baseball, playing soccer, playing football. There's a tennis court here, there's basketball courts. So those activities will breed, in my opinion, good citizens.
MacArthur said this is the only park they can walk to, and many of the nearby houses don't have yards big enough for kids to run around. South Claremont Recreation Center is also facing a full closure if there are no further budget changes. Nia Vidrio walks to the playground here with her 2 children every week.
My kids won't have a place to come and exercise, run, socialize. We're a one-car family right now, so that means that we're not going to be able to come at all.
The second draft budget reverses cuts to recreation centers in districts 4, 8, and 9, plus 1 in La Jolla. The 3 districts are considered historically underserved communities, which are now prioritized in the second draft. But MacArthur said the rec centers in danger of closing aren't lacking visitors.
Go out and walk your precincts. Go out and see the park. See how many people are using that park.
The cuts originally proposed in the city budget amounted to $5.4 million, with full closures at 14 rec centers. Now that number is lower, but some rec centers still may be closed or have their hours reduced. Emmy Burris, KPBS News.
Well, we are a little cooler out there right now across the region. Those low clouds will be returning late tonight along the coastline. Sometimes we call it May gray. And over the next several afternoons will be much brighter. So that rhythm of late night and early morning cloud cover along the coast giving way to sunshine. A very familiar pattern this time of the year. A little cool though, 49 in Ramona, 51 into Mount Laguna, 62 there in Borrego Springs. And we're on the road to a warm time again in the interior, but not as warm as we had been. Details ahead.
Leaders of the world's two largest economies meet in Beijing today for high-stakes talks with potential global consequences. President Donald Trump and China's Xi Jinping hope to repair trade relationships as the war with Iran looms large. Brian Abel is in Washington with what you need to know.
China rolling out the red carpet for U.S. President Donald Trump in Beijing to begin 2 days of critical talks on a host of thorny issues, from trade to tech, but likely to dominate the war with Iran, the start of which pushed Trump to delay this trip, and now looks to complicate it.
He delayed it because he thought that by the time he got here in mid-May, that the war would be over, the Iranians would be turning over their nuclear program, and the Strait of Hormuz would be open. None of those are true.
China, the largest consumer of Iran's oil and a strategic ally, which could provide leverage over Iran.
The president very much wants the Chinese to use their influence with Iran to reopen the strait.
U.S. intelligence reports indicate Beijing was preparing to deliver new air defense systems to Tehran. China has denied providing weapons, but the dynamic adds to the existing frictions from tech, trade, critical minerals, and Taiwan, all of which are on the table, with trade deals expected, showcased by some of America's tech leaders joining President Trump, including Elon Musk and Tim Cook. As China provides presidential pomp and circumstance, some of its people weary of the U.S.-China relationship.
我对他没有好印象，因为那个美伊战争也是他那个挑起来的。你看之前打经济贸易战，不是也是他吗？
In Washington, Brian Abel, KPBS News.
Following a recent cyber attack, Canvas, the educational platform used by universities across the country, is now facing a new threat in court. A proposed class action lawsuit was filed against Canvas in San Diego federal court on Tuesday. It was filed on behalf of a resident whose personally identifiable information was allegedly exposed in the cyber attack. The lawsuit accuses Canvas's parent company of failing to implement reasonable measures to ensure the plaintiff's information was safeguarded. The San Diego County Department of Animal Services has faced increased scrutiny from the public and county leaders over the last year following a series of stories from KPBS. Investigative reporter Scott Rodd says the county has started to address some of these concerns.
We've been reporting on San Diego County-run animal shelters for over a year now, and a lot has happened since we first reported on high euthanasia rates and other problems at the shelters. So we wanted to give you an update. In short, the county has made improvements in some key areas, but other problems remain. The experience of a shelter dog named Hero helps illustrate this. The 7-year-old Shepherd mix entered the county system a few months ago. Here's the good news for Hero. He has a better chance of leaving the shelter system alive compared to even a year ago. Our reporting found the dog euthanasia rate spiked to nearly 12%. At the end of last year, the rate had dropped to about 6%. Here's the bad news for Hero. He's staying at the 52-year-old shelter in Bonita, and the county continues to give substandard care to animals at this facility. For years, shelter employees have cleaned the outdoor kennels by spraying them down with a hose, while the dogs are still inside. The Association of Shelter Veterinarians calls this a, quote, unacceptable practice and says, quote, it needs to be avoided or prevented without exception. An audit from a few years ago instructed the county to stop this practice, and we reported on it last year. The county committed to changing its cleaning practices, but it's still happening. On a recent Friday morning, I observed an employee spray down a row of kennels with dogs still inside, including kennel number 108. That's Hero's kennel. Hero was left to stand on the wet concrete floor until it dried. Like most dogs at Bonita, Hero doesn't have a bed in his kennel. Dr. Amy Fisher is a professor at the University of Illinois' Department of Animal Sciences. She calls these conditions mind-boggling.
It's just common sense that if you're housing these animals, they should have a bed. They should not get hosed down during cleaning. It's just common sense. So I'm a little upset, to be honest.
The county declined a request to interview Department of Animal Services Director Dr. Brianna Sarvis. In a statement, county spokesperson Chuck Westerheide said, quote, Dr. Sarvis is assessing the operations of the department to identify best practices and opportunities for improvements to support the animals in our care, as well as the staff and volunteers who serve them and the community. The county did highlight another positive development. The department's staff turnover rate went down significantly in the last year, from over 65% to about 35%. That should mean more consistent care for shelter animals. But that's not always the case. Since last year, short staffing has forced shelter closures on about half a dozen occasions. That can mean missed opportunities for dogs like Hero to find a home. The county is building a new shelter in Santee that will replace the Bonita shelter, so relief is on the horizon, but that horizon keeps getting pushed back. The county originally said the shelter would be finished by early 2026, but it's been delayed multiple times. Now they say it'll be finished in the fall. Fisher says these delays harm animal welfare.
If you've got animals who aren't in a positive, healthy environment, then that's going to increase their stress, and that's going to increase their susceptibility to disease, and that's going to affect your euthanasia rate also. And so, the environment in which we keep these animals just affects everything else.
We'll continue to monitor the county's efforts to improve its shelter system. Scott Rodd, KPBS News.
If you have a tip for KPBS's investigations team, you can send an email to investigations@kpbs.org or message them on our secure signal line at the number on your screen, 619-594-8177.
I'm Jeff Bennett. Tonight on the NewsHour, what's at stake during President Trump's summit with China's Xi Jinping? That's at 7 after Evening Edition on KPBS.
South County, San Diego received the most federal child care funding in the state. That is according to a new analysis from the California Budget and Policy Center of 2024 data. KPBS health reporter Heidi DeMarco says the report comes as California lawmakers negotiate the state budget and a legal battle continues over a federal child care funding freeze.
In 2024, the federal government spent nearly $49 million helping low-income families in the South Bay pay for child care. But even with that support, providers say demand for subsidized care continues to outpace what they can provide.
Currently, for the County of San Diego, have about 2,000 families on the wait list for subsidized child care, which equates to about 3,700 children that are in need of care that are waiting on.
Kim McDougall runs the YMCA Child Care Resource Service. They manage the county's state-funded child care waitlist.
Only 22% of eligible children are able to enroll in what they're eligible for.
McDougall says the waitlist grows by hundreds of families every month. She says the shortage could become even more challenging if next year's state budget doesn't fund more spaces. Governor Gavin Newsom's proposed budget maintains current child care funding levels, but it delays a previously planned expansion of about 44,000 subsidized child care spaces statewide. Erin Hoagboom is with San Diego for Every Child. She says many families are struggling to piece together reliable care.
You really end up with a mishmash system that is not good for families, it's not good for kids, and it's not good for our economy.
Earlier this year, the Trump administration froze federal child care subsidies to the state. California and 4 other states sued, and a federal judge temporarily blocked the freeze. Hoagboom says the loss of federal funding without additional help from the state will make it harder for providers to keep their doors open.
And so the more providers we see leaving the sector because they can't afford to stay and support their families and support themselves, it's only going to get worse.
Governor Newsom is expected to release his revised May budget tomorrow. Heidi DeMarco, KPBS News.
La Mesa is the latest city in San Diego County to approve an e-bike ordinance. KPBS East County reporter Elaine Alfaro says the ordinance approved last night prohibits kids under 12 from riding standard e-bikes.
The City Council passed the ordinance with a 4-1 vote. Councilmember Laura Lothian cast the dissenting vote.
I feel like we need to let parents make decisions for their children. The problem is the teenagers, and it's not the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds with their parents.
But Councilmember Genevieve Suzuki affirmed this ordinance is necessary and allowed under a state law that specifically targets San Diego County.
It simply establishes what California law has long recognized, that some vehicles require a minimum level of physical size, cognitive development, and judgment that children under 12 have not yet reliably reached.
The law, passed in 2024, established a pilot program for regulating e-bikes. It allows cities to prohibit kids under the age of 12 from operating standard e-bikes that can reach up to 20 miles per hour. It also allows the city to confiscate modified bikes. The pilot program will last through 2029. La Mesa now joins Chula Vista, San Marcos, Carlsbad, Coronado, and Santee as cities that have recently passed e-bike bans. The council's decision had some public support at the meeting, including from school and public safety officials. But others, like Andrea Cryer and Joseph Cryer, left the meeting disappointed by the council's decision. They say any ban should focus on behavior, not age.
We're the ones who are going to lose out. There are a lot of responsible parents out there, and I think the city council is really discounting the quality of parents and the quality of kids that we have in our city, and they're really selling us short.
Council members also directed city staff to explore options for more bike lanes near schools and bike safety workshops. Elaine Alfaro, KPBS News.
President Trump has floated a federal gas tax holiday to help bring gas prices down. Congress would have to sign off on it, and members of both parties have signaled openness and resistance to the idea. Karen Kafa is in Washington with a breakdown.
There's already been legislation introduced by both Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill to pause the federal gas tax. And this is an idea that has come up in the past, but some experts say it won't bring too much relief, especially as gas prices keep climbing.
Each gallon of regular gas carries an 18.4-cent federal tax. Each gallon of diesel, 24.4 cents. As gas prices soar due to the ongoing war in Iran, President Trump this week floated temporarily scrapping those taxes.
These are essentially line items that that stations are paying at the retail level, meaning that it could be a relatively quick pass-through once this tax is suspended, if that does happen.
Congress would need to sign off on the move and has signaled a challenge.
Americans need real relief. 18 cents isn't enough.
If you lifted that, does that ultimately get passed on to the consumer, to the customer, to the buyer out there, or does it get sucked up in the supply chain somewhere?
According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, crude oil is the most influential factor in gas pricing, and 18% of the price consumers pay is taxes, not just federal, but state and local, too. A Penn Wharton analysis found suppliers likely wouldn't pass along all of the savings from a federal gas tax holiday to consumers, and gas prices would only drop an average of 13.2 cents per gallon. So a household filling a 15-gallon tank once a week between June 1st and October 1st would save a total of about $35. Patrick DeHaan, head of petroleum analysis for Gas Buddy, says a drop in prices could eventually put upward pressure on demand and hike prices further.
Supply is challenged because of what's happening with the Strait of Hormuz. There's less supply available, and reducing prices generally will stimulate demand.
The federal gas tax also funds the Highway Trust Fund, which helps build and maintain the nation's highways, bridges, and mass transit, and is already running at a deficit.
Some experts argue that taking money away from federal highway maintenance will also cost consumers in the form of wear and tear on their vehicles. And it's also one reason some trucking industry groups came out against the idea this week. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
The average price of gas across California has climbed above $6 at around $6.15 a gallon. We've discussed how fuel prices have impacted businesses from grocery stores to rideshare drivers. Nina Burns says food truck owners in Northern California are also feeling the squeeze.
It's killing us. It's crazy.
Pain at the pump and at the food truck lot. At Modesto's Grubhub, vendors say rising gas prices are cutting into profits.
And it takes me about $250 because it's 36 gallons. and we do it weekly because I have to move the truck back and forth to advance.
Owner of Crab in Your Pants, seafood food truck, Marshall Solorio says keeping his business moving costs more than ever.
So it's jumped up about $1.26 in the past year.
According to AAA, the average price for a gallon of gas in California is now over $6. Diesel climbing even higher.
It was $5 for a gallon of diesel gasoline. Right now it's $7.44. So that's $2.44 higher today than it was this time last year.
About 5 years ago, diesel was cheaper than gas. So now it's the opposite.
Solorio says his business is getting hit from both sides. He uses a diesel pickup to tow his food truck,
I spend 36 gallons a week moving it around.
while a gas-powered generator keeps the kitchen running.
The generator is about 5 gallons and we use it, those 5 gallons last me about 6 hours running the generator because it runs the AC, the hood, the rice cooker.
Rising costs eating at his bottom line.
Even though our prices went up with corn, potatoes, lemons, gas, diesel, everything in general, we still have the same prices than we had like 3 years ago.
If gas prices continue to surge, he'll have to start bumping up prices.
If the diesel does go back down, then we can bring our prices back down. But at this moment, I mean, we're just hoping for the best.
Well, we have a little bit more in the way of warmth returning. We kind of bottomed out last night into early this morning, and again, even tonight's going to be on the cool side, but temps are going to begin to rebound just a little bit. It's not going to be terribly hot, but we'll get a little warmer, adding a couple of degrees into Thursday after where we've been today. Coastal clouds each morning, no signs of rain. It really does appear that we're pretty well locked into that transition to the dry season. And that's where we'll be here for the bulk of the next couple of, or few months, really through the summer. But tonight, 59 degrees, intermittent clouds in general, the theme of cloudier late at night into the early morning near the coast, a bright day inland, and it's going to be hot in the deserts, but not as hot as we had been. So subtly warmer than we were on Wednesday. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine. That's the theme here. And you can see we'll be around 70 in San Diego and Chula Vista, 71 Oceanside. We're looking really nice out there in Ramona, 78. El Cajon, a comfortable 76. But there you can see Borrego Springs, 94. You're going to feel a little bit of a hint of that spring to summer heat. Certainly mid to late spring heat there. Nothing off the charts for this time of the year. Strong finish to the week here. We're dry out there, warm in the interior, pleasant, just some morning clouds near the coast. And the theme for the weekend continues with that inland warmth and very temperate, comfortable weather along the coastline. Storms will be firing over the plains. May, severe weather season underway there. Not for us, that's for sure. So for the coast, very consistent. 71, 72 over the next few days, maybe a degree warmer into Monday. The intermittent clouds, very consistent forecast. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine. That's the theme near the coastline. We're going to be just a little brighter across the interior with the edge of those marine clouds, at times flirting with the inland areas. Mid-70s here through Saturday, a little cooler Sunday, back to the mid-70s for Monday. A nice spell here for us. Into the mountains, again, a little more elevation under our toes, and we have a little more cooling there. And we'll be hovering near 60. Most days will round to 60. A little warmer into Monday, great deal of sunshine. And in the deserts here, we're feeling a little smidge of heat there. Mid-90s Thursday, upper 90s Friday, back to the low 90s, and even some 80s returning for Sunday. And then we ramp back up early next week. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jeff Cornish for KPBS News.
We're about a month away from the return of the World Cup. Matches will be played in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. For one man, it's a chance to add to a souvenir collection he's been building for more than half a century. Valeria Leon shows us some of his soccer history.
For decades, these items were kept in the dark. Now, for the first time, they're being brought back into the light. Mexican collector Francisco Javier Lopez delves into his archive. His collection of more than 2,000 pieces started more than 5 decades ago with a single sticker album from the 1974 World Cup.
A true collector should not just accumulate. You have to become a historian and rescue the narrative behind each piece.
And the stories here span generations. From pennants of the 1962 World Cup in Chile to bottle caps featuring players from Mexico's first domestic World Cup in 1970. to official gear worn by sports journalists in Argentina in 1978.
This vest is certified. Photographers had to wear it to access the field. It even has the registration number.
And through it all, one thing has never changed.
What does a collector need?
You can never lose your sense of wonder. If you do, your collection becomes mere material.
He's also preserved tickets from matches played during Mexico's two previous World Cups in 1970 and 86.
This was the game of the century. Germany versus Italy. They gave everything.
Now, as Mexico prepares to co-host this year's World Cup, his collection is approaching its final chapter.
What's the future of this collection?
In life, you have to learn how to close cycles. This is a perfect one. It begins with Mexico 1970 and can end with dignity in Mexico 2026.
His archive will be put on public display for the first time this summer in Mexico City. A lifetime of football preserved one piece at a time. Valeria Leon, CNN, Mexico City.
Here's a look at what we're working on for tomorrow in the KPBS newsroom. NPR's Morning Edition is getting expert advice on looks-maxing, how to talk to kids about the viral trend that often suggests dangerous practices aimed at improving physical appearances. And KPBS Midday Edition is exploring the side of San Diego that tourists never see with the authors of the book Under the Perfect Sun. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Have a great evening.
Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marco Shiley, and by the following: and by viewers like you. Thank you.